Last little bit of tire warm-up here as we are getting set to go green here in Ka100 Senior. Let's go racing. Adrian Cruz, down the inside. He holds on to it. Braden Robertson looking for a move. Jesus Vasquez Jr. on the outside. So has Aiden Rudolph on the outside. Everybody gets through. Adrian Cruz makes it through. Braden Robertson still there. And that's JD Lamping in there. Aiden Rudolph trying to make a move down the inside on JD Lamping. He doesn't. Him and Jesus Vasquez Jr. has contact further back for some of the slipstream racing comp carts further back in the field. That's the 923 of not too sure who the 923 is. Garrett Weaver out of this race early on, and that was Alfred Alvarez del Castillo involved there early on as well. Alex Stanfield, where have you come from? Alex Stanfield up in a P4 already, starting 8th place, and him and Vasquez Jr. Side by side there, but Alex Stanfield already up in a P4 here, Simon.
A massive start for the driver who started in 8th place. Alex Stanfield repping that number 1 plate. Coming across the line this time in P4, has already made up 4 spots, but out to an early lead is Adrian Cruz, a 51.4 on the opening circuit here at Rimrock Raceway. He is followed closely by Braden Robertson and then JD Lamping as they experience the dust on the exit of turn 3. Everyone slipping and sliding through the corners here early in this race. Braden Robertson dipping a tire off the exit there. He's going to come under fire from JD Lamping and Alex Stanfield there as well.
And the CRG Nordum factory driver seems to have gotten a little bit loose there as now JD Lamping down the inside on Braden Robertson as he continues to struggle for grip here, as well as Alex Stanfield. Can he get a 2-for-1 move? He cannot, but Alex Stanfield is now ahead of Braden Robertson, and Alex Stanfield is going to find himself up in a P3 behind JD Lamping. Alex Stanfield started in P8 here, and now he has worked his way all the way up to P3, and now he's looking for the spot in P2. Can he go on the inside of JD Lamping? It's going to be Braden Robertson. He's going to pass down the inside, and he goes together with Vasquez Jr. Aiden Rudolph. There's 3 wide here going into turn number 5. He slides up. They are going so slow at a crawling speed, and Aiden Rudolph has lost almost 10 spots in one corner here, Simon.
What a crazy start to that lap. 3-4 wide exiting turn 2, and then again exiting turn 3. Aiden Rudolph comes off the worst of that, but that was all kicked off by Braden Robertson diving under Alex Stanfield, trying to force the move out, and it just stacked up the entire field, recycled the order, and really got everything kind of screwed up. Alex Stanfield not feeling too hurt from that one, as he is still in P3. It is Adrian Cruz, Jesus Vasquez Jr., Stanfield, and then here's where the order starts to change. Joey Friend, Braden Robertson down to P5. Dimitri Nolan, P6. Aiden Rudolph has fallen all the way down to P10. As you can see, the action still kicking off on your screen there. Rudolph down on the inside line, trying to make up spots as quickly as possible. Another driver who has been on the move this race has been Peyton Phillips, already making up huge amounts of time, especially with all the chaos that has kicked off here early in this Ka100 Senior, presented by Exertech main event.
Yeah, what a drive so far by Peyton Phillips. He's gone ahead of his teammate of JD Lamping. Now Alex Stanfield is going to try to make a move here on Vasquez Jr. Vasquez Jr. falling under fire here by Alex Stanfield. Alex Stanfield down the inside on Vasquez Jr. Can Alex Stanfield get it done? Super late on the braking here, and by inches, Alex Stanfield has made it ahead of Vasquez Jr. Simon Sykes, I know you are super impressed by that move right there.
That was amazing, and it was a perfect example of what Alex told us earlier today. If you dive too hard in a corner, you're going to compromise the exit. So he went in, got to the inside, and then just held even with Vasquez Jr. Didn't press his advantage into the corner, kept Vasquez Jr. on the outside, parked it over the apex, and got a great launch off of the corner. So Stanfield showing us exactly why you have to back up the corners on entry, even when you are making a pass. He will find himself all the way up into P2. Now a mega strong run for Alex Stanfield here early in the Ka100 Senior main event. He's 2 seconds back from Adrian Cruz, but he'll be looking to dig into that gap quickly.
And now trying to claw his way back is Aiden Rudolph. He is up 2 spots from 2 laps ago. He did find himself in the 10th spot now. He's up in an 8th with the fastest lap of the race. The fastest lap currently is Aiden Rudolph with a 46.267. So Aiden Rudolph very much trying to work his way up. He finds himself behind JD Lamping and Peyton Phillips, 2 high fives in there as well. So Alex Stanfield now is in second, and he's trying to catch back up to Adrian Cruz. On your screen at the moment is that battle. Aiden Rudolph, the fastest man on track at the moment as it stands. That is J.D. Lamping and Peyton Phillips now. Jesus Vasquez Jr. has caught back up to Alex Stanfield, as you see there on the edge of the frame. But now it's J.D. Lamping, and he turns his head, and he sees Aiden Rudolph now. Aiden Rudolph is coming here. Through turn number 1, he has a great launch here, and Aiden Rudolph's going to look for a move here. Can he get it done? He cannot. Still too far back. Alex Stanfield here now with Vasquez Jr. are closing down that gap to Adrian Cruz up ahead in the lead of this race here, Simon.
Yeah, and it has been exciting to say nonetheless. Starting this event off, we see a caution flag waving there for a driver.
That's Jake Faulkner. Jake Faulkner with issues. Jake Faulkner was running further up in the field. Jake Faulkner was running 9th, and he is ultimately off of the. He was off of the racetrack. Now Aiden Rudolph puts his fist in the air, gives a little bit of a signal there to J.D. Lamping to work his way up. Aiden Rudolph is absolutely flying here halfway through this race here. We are 9 minutes to go here left in this race. Aiden Rudolph up in a 6th place now. He is behind Peyton Phillips, and up in the lead, it's still Adrian Cruz with a second gap to Alex Stanfield, who has been absolutely flying as well from starting 8th here in this race. Vasquez Jr. right behind him. Joey Friend in 4th. A great drive by him as well. Peyton Phillips up 10 spots from where he started, and Aiden Rudolph now right behind him. It seems like Aiden Rudolph is super, super comfortable in that Burrell Art machine, as he is absolutely flying and all over the rear bumper now. Peyton Phillips, Aiden Rudolph down the inside on Peyton Phillips. Move Aiden Rudolph up another spot. Gives a signal to Peyton Phillips. Tells him to push him forward. Now Aiden Rudolph up in a P5, and he is on the chase for Joey Friend, who is in P4 here, Simon.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Stanfield on the move on your screen there. Vasquez Jr. pushing him along, and they are reeling in Adrian Cruz. 0.7 of a second separating first and second as it sits. So Alex Stanfield is on the move, already up 6 spots from 8th up into 2nd, and he is hunting for more, trying to run down Adrian Cruz, putting a good dent into that gap. He was a 46.6 last time by, compared to Adrian Cruz's 47.1, so a half second quicker on the last lap, and Jesus Vasquez Jr. behind him going even quicker than that.
Yeah, Vasquez Jr. and Alex Stanfield have been working together here in this stage of the race here. Now you see Aiden Rudolph beginning to catch Joey Friend up ahead. And now Peyton Phillips beginning to fall back a little bit from Aiden Rudolph. And there you see it. That gap to Adrian Cruz is down to 0.3 of a second here. Adrian Cruz is going to fall under fire shortly here to Alex Stanfield and Vasquez Jr. in 3rd place. Vasquez Jr. has been pushing Alex Stanfield further up the field. And if you see later on in the frame, Aiden Rudolph beginning to close down that gap to Joey Friend, who is in 4th place here at the moment. But Alex Stanfield, when is he going to decide to make the move here on Adrian Cruz? He's going to be patient. We talked to both of these guys earlier on today. Alex Stanfield's key to the race was pretty much to keep it on track and to make it through the start. He wasn't able to make it through the start, but he's worked his way up here. And now down the inside, Alex Stanfield in the back section goes and makes his way up to P1 here. Down the inside on Adrian Cruz. Alex Stanfield, your new leader here in Ka100 Senior, and that gap continues to open up here from Alex Stanfield, who is absolutely flying here, Simon.
Stanfield is on a mission. Starting all the way back in 8th, he knew he had his work cut out for him, but already on lap 11, he finds himself into the lead. We see contact back into turn 2. Not sure what happened there. A couple drivers slightly farther back getting involved, but a 3-cart breakaway at the front, and Stanfield is at the tip of the spear, leading the field around. He has gotten past Adrian Cruz, and he and Jesus Vasquez Jr. trying to run Stanfield back down, but Stanfield is showing all of the pace he has. It is go time now. Everything you have. It is the end of the week in the main event. What do you have left in the tank?
Yeah, of course. And on the coming into frame now is that red blur of Aiden Rudolph, who has worked his way past Joey Friend. Now Aiden Rudolph up in a P4 here, and he is still super, super quick here. 4 seconds is the gap between Jesus Vasquez Jr. and Aiden Rudolph. Peyton Phillips as well. Happy to work with Aiden Rudolph as long as they continue to catch here. So Aiden Rudolph up at a P4 here. Aiden Rudolph looking for a podium spot here in this race and at Rimrock Raceway. But Alex Stanfield here still in the lead of this race. Adrian Cruz beginning to close down. His lap times continue to improve. 0.03 of a second in between the difference in lap times in between Adrian Cruz and Alex Stanfield here. Adrian Cruz is not fading here. Adrian Cruz is here and sticking with Alex Stanfield. So is Jesus Vasquez Jr. He hasn't fallen off a bit here, Simon.
No, he has not. And he's showing why. Vasquez Jr. trying to claw back, but Adrian Cruz pressing the advantage back towards Stanfield, not going to let him disappear down the road. He was extremely quick on that last lap. Stanfield only a 46.6, so the top three still nose to tail. They enjoy a 4-second lead for everyone else behind, but you saw Stanfield dipping a wheel on the exit of turn number 3 there. That'll get his tires just a bit slick, and you can see they are pressing the advantage. They saw the tire go into the dirt, and Adrian Cruz retakes the lead and brings Vasquez Jr. with him.
An uncharacteristic mistake there by Alex Stanfield, dropping a tire on the exit there of the hairpin, and that drops him back to P4, but that fighting is going to make the gap to Aiden Rudolph close down little by little. The gap now, it was at 4 seconds. It's now at 3 seconds and a half as Vasquez Jr. for the first time all race goes up to the lead in that Nash Motorsports machine. Adrian Cruz into P2 and Alex Stanfield in P3 now as they are pushing and still interchanging for the lead lap by lap here. It seems like Adrian Cruz is super gripped up here, and there's all that dirt there on the exit. As you see Alex Stanfield there swerving to try to get all that dirt off of his tires now. Is Adrian Cruz going to go to the lead? He's going to try to, but a little bit of a defensive move there by Jesus Vasquez Jr. Now Alex Stanfield looking for a move here. There is a lot of dirt now that has been brought onto the track here, and you see that red blur there in the background beginning to close down here, Simon.
Yeah, it is heating up here. Stanfield trying to look for a move down to the inside, but Adrian Cruz into P2. Vasquez Jr. leading him around. Cruz looking to the inside in turn number 2. He's going to go for it, and he's going to stick it. Adrian Cruz back to the lead. He'll bring Stanfield with him. Cruz now to the defense, low into turn number 3, and they are fighting like it's the last lap already here, Caleb.
Yeah, of course, and that's what I was just about to. Alex Stanfield now down the inside. So does Vasquez Jr. Vasquez Jr. and Alex Stanfield side by side coming into the bull corner, and the more and more they fight, the more this is going to help Aiden Rudolph as that gap continues to come down. Aiden Rudolph now is going to be at under 2 seconds, the gap in between Aiden Rudolph, Alex Stanfield, Vasquez Jr., and Adrian Cruz. Alex Stanfield back to the lead of this race here. Adrian Cruz still in second, and Vasquez Jr. now in third. As Adrian Cruz was giving the signal there to Alex Stanfield to work together, but Adrian Cruz wanted to go through on Vasquez Jr., and it did not help him out at all here as he fell back to P2 here. And now Alex Stanfield in the lead of this race here, Simon.
Yeah, and this is the biggest advantage he's enjoyed in quite a few laps at just over a kart length, showing how competitive it's been. And on your screen now, the man himself, the 979 of Aiden Rudolph, charging back towards the front of this field. After being mired down into the midfield at the start, he has worked his way steadily back towards the front, now sits in P4, working on the top 3.
And big news here, Braden Robertson out of this race. He's falling back to the tail end of this field. Braden Robertson is out, so he's not going to be in contention for the win here, as that is going to be a DNF for Braden Robertson. And now Aiden Rudolph working his way up the field. We're going to update you here on that gap. Adrian Cruz and Jesus Vasquez Jr. are working together now to try to catch right back up to Alex Stanfield. 2 minutes to go plus 2 laps here. The gap to Aiden Rudolph and Jesus Vasquez Jr. is at 1 second and 3/10. 1 second and 3/10. That gap was over 3 seconds at one point here, Simon. And now Aiden Rudolph with a full head of steam here, trying to catch right back up to the lead group.
Yes, he is, and he is just in the back of the frame there, squeezing in. Every now and then you can see the man on the mission in the back of the frame as this lead group continues to close in on each other. Stanfield now with a 2 or 3 kart length lead over Adrian Cruz. Jesus Vasquez Jr. still there in contention as well. We're clicking down the clock towards the end of this main event for Ka100 Senior, presented by Exertech. Still Stanfield leading with 1.5 minutes plus 2 laps remaining.
A little bit of an adjustment there for Adrian Cruz on the engine as he tries to close down the gap to Alex Stanfield. Update on Aiden Rudolph. That gap is still at 1 second behind to Vasquez Jr. Aiden Rudolph still pushing here, and Adrian Cruz, the gap there was at 1/2 second after that lap. Now it has come down below that. There's 3 kart lengths in between Alex Stanfield and Adrian Cruz here. Who is going to take it here, Simon? It is still super early to decide, but it is almost crunch time. Coming down to 3 laps to go here. Ultimately, they're going to cross the line, and it's going to be 3 to go here as they won't have enough time to complete another lap. It's going to be 3 to go this time by, Simon.
It is go time now that you see that Stanfield has an advantage out front. Cruz is going to be charging hard Only 3 laps left to close the gap and make the move. Stanfield going to be pushing hard as well. 46-1s for the pair of them, all of the top 3 in the 46-1s. Rudolph a 46-3, so not able to quite keep pace on that lap as the leaders continue to press down on the loud pedal and click those lap times off. They're bringing it down here for the finish. We are coming to 2 to go this time by, and Stanfield with a 5-car lead. It is the biggest lead that he's enjoyed so far over Adrian Cruz and Vasquez Jr., who are furiously working together to try and catch the man out front.
Yeah, and Alex Stanfield still in the lead of this race here. Is he going to get the 2.6 in the air? And I think he does. The 2.6 are in the air here, and it's crunch time here for these guys. Adrian Cruz isn't close enough here at the moment to catch up to Alex Stanfield. Vasquez Jr. stays in third. Aiden Rudolph in fourth. A great drive it has been by Aiden Rudolph to work his way right back up after a very unfortunate start there for Aiden Rudolph, but great to see him work his way right back up the field. But it's still Alex Stanfield. 7/10 in between Alex Stanfield and Adrian Cruz here coming into the bull corner, Simon.
And Alex Stanfield finding form late in this race as we see Vasquez Jr. dive down to the inside of Cruz. Cruz trying to hold the outside will get run into the dirt. He'll have dirty tires on the left side. We'll see how much grip he loses, and losing several kart lengths there, but Stanfield rounding the corner to take the white flag. He was a 45.8 fastest lap of the race last time by, this time a 45.9. So pressing the advantage, he just needs to bring it home here. Almost 2 seconds of a lead for Alex Stanfield. Less than a lap left remaining in this main event, the last of the weekend, in Stanfield with no luck in heat number 3. The number 1 plate holder rounding turn number 4. A half lap left for Alex Stanfield to close this one out, Caleb.
Coming into the bull corner, Alex Stanfield, like you said, did not finish heat number 3 here, as we see Vasquez Jr. and Adrian Cruz still in P2 and 3, and Aiden Rudolph just now coming into frame. But it has been all Alex Stanfield all weekend long. He got taken out in heat number 3, but Alex Stanfield clawed his way back from P8, and Alex Stanfield, visors open, celebrate for the fans, and Alex Stanfield wins in Odessa, Texas.